Financial advice. So yeah, buy twigs, sticks, and store them, and you'll have loads of money in the future. The best I can. Bike and let it run and work, and hopefully it does work and whatever, and it won't be expensive to. What am I doing? What up, everybody? It's your guy here, rolling the geese. Give me a kiss. Hopefully everyone's doing fantastic and amazing. It's your beautiful Friday video. We're going to hopefully get it up as soon as possible. I'm not going to say 4 o'clock. And hopefully the audio is good. Camera quality is good. Blah, 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 blah. We're all on the street triple. It's not going to come out. That didn't come out in English. Just calm down. We're out on the speed triple. Beautiful, lovely, 130 horsepower. Yeah, we should really go on the chopper or the dirt bike, but nah. Wear your gear, so wear your jacket, wear your helmet, and wear your gloves. Mine are over there. And be vigilant on these shitty old roads. Get the boring stuff out of the way. So if you ever wanted financial advice, you're at the best place, because I'm the best financial advisor in the world. You ain't getting anywhere better than me. I'm the best. This is a little ramp I made. I just was going up it, but I can't show you on camera. It's dodgy, legal. Financial advice. So yeah, buy twigs, sticks, and store them, and you'll have loads of money in the future. Nah. We're going to talk about today, on a serious note, let's stop being silly. On a serious note, we're going to talk about financial stuff today. So we're going to talk about either financing a bike or buying a bike outright for your first bike. For your first bike or any sort of bike, you don't have to be a first rider and getting your first bike or whatever. But we're just talking about it generally, whether financing a bike or buying a bike is better or whatever. It all depends on your situation and circumstances. But we're going to just talk about it and talk about the pros and cons and what I think about it. So yeah, take everything I say with a pinch of salt. I'm not a professional finance advisor. Yes I am. And yeah, my arm's aching from holding this camera too long. So we're going to stick you fucking hell. We're going to stick you on the face where I like, yeah. There's anyone behind me watching me vlog. So hopefully my fingers ain't in all the shot. We'll cut them out or whatever. So like I said, I love you. Yeah, bike safety quickly. Make sure you got good tyres. You don't want to be riding around with crap tyres. First point of contact on the ground. Like I said, there's not really much going on in the sense of where your actual tyres touching the ground at any given point. It's always a very small contact area. So you're not really touching a lot of it. It's just about that much, depending on how big your tyre is and stuff. But just be mindful of that, or oil, or any shit on the tyres. It's like I had the other day. But yeah, just don't lean that way. Yeah. So let's stick you on my face where I like, yeah. Double click, yeah. Beautiful speed triple, like I say, on a little adventure. I don't know where we're going, but we've got a little subject today at least. We're talking about bikes and finance, money, all of the stuff that. Well, I don't have the money, but I have the bikes. Yeah. Sorry, I'll just cut that out. I just coughed loads there. No good, no good. People moan about that. So no disgusting noises. Hopefully no swearing. So like I say, be vigilant on these roads, and just have your eyes in every hole that you got, and try and be 100% concentrated on what you're doing. Like I said, anything can happen, anyone can pull out, and it's a sketchy old world. So I'm going to try and make this video as fun as we can, and educational as we can, and as safe as we can. Like I said, I'm all about having fun, but trying to do it in a safe way. So onwards with what we were talking about. So you got two choices really. You can finance a bike, or you can buy a bike outright. Now, I'm not going to be biased against either one of them, but my personal opinion is, I shouldn't really say my personal opinion, because when I say my personal opinion, it offends people. Like me saying I don't like wheelies and burnouts. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. But like I said, like, yeah, like, take everything I say with a pinch of salt as well. So I would prefer to buy a bike outright, especially if we're going to go for a new time buyer. As say we're back in the day, I've not got a bike and I'm wanting to get a first bike. I've just done my test and all that, CBT, and I want to get a nice fresh 125. We're going to go for that. That's the scenario. Yeah. back in the day, right? So you've got two choices: financing a bike or buying a bike outright. Now, in my personal opinion, like I said, I agree to the buying a bike outright. I know it might take longer. You have to save up your money each week, or each month from work, or whatever you're doing at that time and that situation and age. And I'm not going to go too much into that. But yeah, you save up your money, or if you're lucky and you've got rich parents, so just buy you the bike. But in most circumstances, you have to save up or something along the lines of that, and then buy the bike. And then I particularly wouldn't go out and buy a brand new spanking new bike either, because that's just another waste. Because for one, if you crash it, which you're bound to do, or drop it, which you're bound to do, you don't care about it as much. You're just learning, right? You've just got on the bike, never ridden before, you're just learning. So you just want a crappy first bike. Now that was literally what I was like when I first got a bike. I didn't want no golden, shiny, amazing £4,000 bike. I wanted just anything that rid, and it was a bit, crappy, so if I broke it I didn't care, because I knew I was learning. And yeah, that was my mindset. Don't get me wrong, I wanted it to be going fast and stuff like that, and blah blah blah, but yeah. And then you got like I say, the freedom of owning a bike. You got no worries and stresses of paying money each month like you do on finance, or worrying if you drop it or anything like that. Yeah. There could be multiple things that, it just makes, I think, the riding experience, well, I couldn't say, because like I said, I haven't ever financed the bike. I couldn't imagine it making it fun, you can't do nothing to the bike, you can't modify it, you can't change it, you can't do anything like that. You literally just got to ride it and keep it shiny and careful, especially depending on what finance you get on the bike. So we're going to talk about that as well, finance side of it, the best I can. None of that. Yeah. So we'll talk about the finance side of it now. Like I said, you can get three sort of finances on the bike. Well, yeah, typically two, but there's three. So the first one's HP, which is hire purchase. So now that's where you can pay monthly at a set rate of whatever price your bike is worth, or whatever. It's different for each bike and everyone, and I think you can negotiate on how much you pay each month and how long your contract is for, how long you pay for, kind of like your phone contract and stuff like that. Yeah, and with that, when you get that HP finance, you own the bike at the end of that when you get that. And there's another finance that you can get also, which is PCP, which is a lot less of a monthly price, but you, like I say, you pay monthly, but you don't actually own the bike until you paid the whole thing off. And then once you get to the end of it, paid the whole thing off, either you can give the bike back to them and that's it, you don't pay any more money, or you can pay a lump sum of money left on the bike, and then you own the bike completely outright, and that's it. Yeah, and I can't remember what else the other one was, what you can do. But yeah, so and if you take that bike back to them and you've damaged it or anything like that as well, at the end of the finance, you have to pay for it and all that sort of stuff, and the mileage and that can add money onto it and stuff. I'm not too mad with finance and stuff like that, but they're two of the finances you can usually get. But like I said, then you got the added stress of having to pay that each month, and making sure that you got the money for it each month. Unless, like I said, circumstances and situations, like if you've got money and you're guaranteed to have the money for it and you ain't stressed or worried, it could turn out better for you, because like I said, they usually have warranty and have things where if they go wrong with it, they fix it and all that. So it's not always just complete cons for it. There is bonuses with having finance, like I say, yeah, it gets fixed and all that sort of stuff. And also, like I say, PCP, you can, I'm sure it's PCP, purchase contract, personal contract purchase, something like that. And you can, once at the end of that, like I said, here's what the other thing I was meant to say, is if you don't give it back, the bike back to them, or pay the bloom, I think it's called, or something like that, to pay the rest of it outright and have the bike, you can return the bike and swap it and trade it in for another and basically carry on doing it, the same thing that you just did with a brand new bike or a different bike. So yeah, there's loads of options in it, but you need to think really wisely on what the best situation is for you to do. Now, like I said, if you haven't got a lot of money and you don't get a lot of money, it's not a good idea to be really financing a bike, I personally think, because you're not going to enjoy your bike whatsoever. And if it breaks or anything like that, like I said, they do help you to a certain extent, but you know, and a lot of financing and stuff like that require you to have fully comprehensive insurance. You can't be having third party stuff and all this on it, because they technically own the bike until you paid it all, like I said. So yeah, it is a very weird situation to be honest, but it all depends on your situation. I can't say much on what I think you should do, but I'm just giving you my knowledge of it and what I think I know about it and that. But like I said, all based on what I think you're going to be much more happier and have peace of mind if you just save the money up and buy that bike outright. And especially if, like I said, we're talking about first time buying a bike. If you're going to get the first bike, you do not want to be going out buying a £4,000 bike. Like, I know someone who's got a YZF 125 and he's paid £4,000 on it, and it's finance, and he's just constantly like, you know, have to keep it clean, can't change it much, can't do nothing to it until he's paid the finance off, and it's like you're burdened with that for ages, man, for your first bike, and you're guaranteed to not want that bike within the first year of having it. You'll just get sick and tired of it, or in the first freaking week, in my case. You know what I mean? You soon get bored of how slow they are and not powerful when you want a bigger bike and you want to do your bigger test and all that sort of thing. So like I said, it's just best to get a crappy old bike, save up your money, enjoy that bike and let it run and work, and hopefully it does work and whatever, and it won't be expensive to... What am I doing? Won't be expensive to fix because it's probably a shitty crappy bike. Yeah, need to pay attention. Like I said, I'm just completely not paying attention. They have a lovely little gas in there. The trials bike. So we're at a lovely battle. We have your battle. We're here. So that's my opinion. Like I said, yeah. So just make the right choice on what you think is best for you and your money situation. But personally, like I said, I feel like you should just go for buying the bike outright. All my bikes, I've done that and I've enjoyed them and I know that they're mine. Like I said, I've done what it's like to finance, so I can't really say nothing really. Yeah, so that was your little Bert's finance advice. We're going to stop here and end the beautiful video. I can't ride like a loser. Lovely Battle Abbey. Yeah. So I appreciate all the comments and the views. The support. Yeah, when I'm going through hard times, I'm definitely feeling a lot better. I love old Pixie commenting on all my videos, helping me out. An amazing person, and everyone else as well on my YouTube. You've got Paddy Turner, you know who you are, an amazing person. I love all the support and that from people. You know, kind-hearted people who know what I'm like, you know, are just all about, you know, being nice and loving to other people, not being harsh and out of order and vindictive and nasty for no reason. Like that. I don't know. Yeah, so like I said, there was me giving you a bit of advice. It's each to your own whether you go out and get finance or buy the bike outright and ride with, you know, whatever, like I said. But yeah, just make sure you choose the right choice, and make sure no matter what you choose a bike that's not dodgy for the roads, it's got MOT and it's good and roadworthy, and make sure that you have your gear before you even think about getting on the bike. So get gloves. My gloves looking like they're massive, but just pulled up. And make sure you got your gear, your gloves, your jacket and helmet and all that sort of stuff way before you even think about jumping on the bike, and make sure that you got all the insurance and tax and stuff like that, because like I said, the police are really hot on it at the moment. So yeah, like I said, hit the old bell so you get notified when I upload, and I appreciate all the comments, and most of all, peace out and ride safe.